But we have 15,000 youth, so still again with the issue of numbers, planning to receive President Buhari when he returns. Are you worried that there could be issues, or is that peaceful enough, to use your words?
That's a case of joblessness. I mean, those youths are people who have obviously been bought because there's nothing to receive anybody about. I mean, I find it appalling that whenever the president returns, a lot of government officials have to go and queue and line up and be checking in. We're not more in a military regime. So I find it very disgusting that I don't even like that government officials are going to receive the president of the country. When you now talk of youths who are supposed to be gainfully employed, even if you are not gainfully employed, there are a lot of books to read, there are trainings to attend, there are ways you can develop yourself. Going to go and receive a president who hasn't even justified his vote, I mean, it's only in a country like Nigeria that kind of issue can arise. I feel disappointed, and I don't want to believe that any youth that knows what he's doing will be there.
Okay. Now to one of the issues at hand, the issue of Forex. Right now, the dollar is 500 naira to $1. And if you've been going through social media, there have been pictures of a 500 naira note and a $1 note. And some of the things that were attributed to the current President Buhari, was that he was going to do 1 naira to $1, even though those are just allegations, those are just things that were said online. What is your take on that?
It's very unfortunate. I mean, and the truth is that we're talking about 500 naira today. It is inevitable that it's still going to rise above 500 naira, because Nigerians who have little cash, who don't even know where to, the stock market is going down almost every day. So even if you are not a cowboy, or even if you don't engage in sharp practices, it's only logical for you to want to bet against the naira. It's only logical. If you have your naira, because inflation is about 18.5% now, it means that if you have 1 million naira in the bank, you have to deduct that 18.5%. So it just makes sense for you to keep your money in Forex. And if much naira is chasing limited dollars, of course dollars will continue to go up. So if, I mean, a lot of people have, I won't be surprised if you also have investment in dollars. I mean, it makes more sense. So the truth is that it's very sad.
How would you have investment in dollars when you cannot even access these dollars through the banks? And if you're going to go to the black market, it keeps rising and rising.
Yes, I mean, some people, if you went to the black market maybe 3 months ago and you're selling now, I mean, you will have made some profits, you know. So the truth is that anybody buying now at 500 will not be buying to sell at 500 at the same time.
Okay, I'd like you to just hold on to that thought. We have Yemi Adamolekun from Enough is Enough. Hello, can you hear me?
So, yes, I can. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon. So how are you preparing in terms of security for the protest tomorrow in Lagos and Abuja?
Well, we've informed what we're required to do by law, by protocol, is just to inform the police that there will be a peaceful protest, and it's then the job of the police to provide security to protect citizens. The Lagos Commissioner of Police was on channels Friday evening, stating that Lagos is ready and will be willing to protect citizens that come out. So we're holding them to their word, and the presidency has also said that they abide by the rights of citizens to protest as well.
Okay. Would you say the turnaround by Two-Face not to go ahead with the protest, in his words saying that no life is worth that protest, do you think that it has affected the planned protest tomorrow?
Some people will stay at home, definitely. But I think even though Two-Face did give the protest a voice, and he was gave the protest a voice, the protest has gone beyond him as a person. Nigerians do want to express their frustrations with the current administration, and they have a right to do so. So we'll continue to give them a platform to do so tomorrow.
Okay. What is the agenda for the protest tomorrow?
What do you mean by agenda?
So what are the things you're going to outline to the government tomorrow in expressing the dissatisfaction?
Well, I don't have the fine points of the actual demands off the top of my head, but they're really are based around the things that we've complained about. Security, and the key thing about that is that all Nigerian lives should matter. So from southern Kaduna to Biafra, everybody in Nigeria should get the same level of security, and for the government to protect lives. Secondly, corruption. We've had a lot of arrests, but we have received not one conviction. All the recovered loot, for example, we don't know how much money has been recovered, what the monies have been used for. The cost of government. Cost of government is way too high, and we can see that in the budget, as the budget is currently being discussed on the floor of the National Assembly. So those are some of the issues. And the economy, I mean, the issues with the Forex, we have 7 different exchange rates, which makes absolutely no sense. So those are some of the issues we will highlight tomorrow.
Okay, beyond the protest, is there any other thing that Enough is Enough is planning to do?
For the last 2 years, Enough is Enough has run the campaign on the office of the, well, 1 year last year for our fifth anniversary, around the office of the citizen. So yes, there is a place for citizens to come out and voice their concerns and protest, but there's also a place for citizens to hold elected officials accountable. So we continue to provide email addresses, phone numbers of elected officials, and we encourage citizens to call them and demand that they do what it is that they've been elected to do. Secondly, this is a protest, and I mean, there are indications that there will be a follow-up protest if the government refuses to listen to the agitations of Nigerians. It's a continuous engagement with the government in pushing the people that we've elected to do the work they've been elected to do.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. So, yes, you can continue.
Yes, you can. Some of the issues you mentioned are issues that can be addressed without going through a protest. For example, she said cost of governance in the 2017 budget. Every constituency has a senator. What you can do is to write to your senator, tell him the points, and implore him that when the budget is being debated or discussed at the Senate, he should raise those points. You talked about the issue of prosecution, that they are prosecuting some accused persons and they've not gotten judgment. President Buhari is not the head of the judiciary and is not the prosecutor. So have they gone to check the record of proceedings for the cases before the court? Have they been to court to see how the progress? I've not read any report saying that the prosecution is not willing to go ahead with those cases. So for you to say that the government is not achieving any conviction, you should have said, okay, I've gone to court 20 times, I've seen the record of proceedings. On this 20 dates, the government lawyer was not in court. So you can't just expect to, those kind of points are not genuine issues that should be ventilated at a protest. Nigerians' lives is way more than that. I expected some very fundamental issues. If are these kind of issues that will be going,
Thank you so much, Farouk, for joining us on Rubbin Minds. We'll see how the protest goes out tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Rubbin Minds continues after this break. Do stay with us.
So let's dance now.